As always, don't forget to check the video description down below for the best prices on the tools and parts I use in today's video. Today, it's a 2003 Nissan Murano. We're checking out that front wheel hub assembly wheel bearing. Let's check it out. Okay, this is a quick overview, but this will get you everything you need to know in a very quick fashion. First thing, we're going to take the wheel off. You need your wheel lock. It's 21mm lug nuts. We'll take that off. Then we'll be looking at our brake rotor. Oh, here's a good place to jack up on the vehicle, right there. And then always use jack stands. So next thing we're going to do is you would see your brake caliper is going to be sitting up here with your brake rotor. I don't even mess with taking the caliper off. You got these probably like 14mm bolts here, but I just go straight to the back right here and I take these 19mm bolts off, and then I would just work the caliper off. Let's see, so this guy's just gonna be he'll be setting up on there like that. Just kind of wiggle him, set him off here to the side. You don't want to let it hang because you don't want to put too much stress on that brake hose right there. So we're just gonna sit him right there. Come on, focus camera. Then we're gonna take a little guy right here. Also, there's a 36mm nut and guy right here. You're gonna want to take that off. I use this guy right here, Milwaukee impact. Boom, just bust it right off. If you don't have an impact, you're gonna have to take the center cap out of your wheel, and then put your wheel back on, and then reach through with the 36, take a breaker bar, break it off. So let's see what else we got to do. Okay, now we just got to take this 10mm right here off, and this is your wheel speed sensor. Then you take that little 10mm bolt off, just wiggle, pull, and now we're going to work on our actual wheel hub assembly bolts. So it's kind of hard to get back in here. You can see on the other side, here's where the bolts come in. There's 4 of them. And I can't really get my camera in there. There's the other one. But directly on the other side, there you go. You can see 3 of them from right here. So you can just imagine where that other one is. So we're going to take that off, and then we're going to work on taking this wheel hub assembly off and out of our way. And this is an idea of what it looks like to get a socket on there. It's a 17mm focus camera, 17mm. So this is what it looks like up top, and the bottom one, boom, I'm on at the bottom. So, and then the other side vice versa. If you do run into any issues, I think I'm just doing mine with the wheel straight. If you do run into any issues, you can always jump in the car, turn the wheel, and it may give you more access. I'm just trying to save time, so I don't want to get in and out of the car and turn the wheels, but that can make it easier to access these bolts sometimes. Next, I want to give you a quick little demonstration of how much easier this can make your life. Also, another little pro tip, when trying to access these guys, you can push back on this axle a little bit, and that'll give you a little bit more room on these bolts. So here we are. Watch the bolt retract. And hey, that was so much easier. So there's that. And lastly, we're going to take a big 4-pound hammer, beat the tar out of this thing. Go ahead, beat the tar out of it. Once you start to get a little bit of a crack in there, you can take a screwdriver, go ahead and pop the top side of that. You kind of use this like a chisel, and this thing will just work right out. It's not that big of a deal. One thing you want to make sure of, you do all this, you put everything back together, you drive the car, you hear squeal. It's this right here. A lot of times what can happen when you're doing this kind of job is you can bend this dust shield, not realize it, and then you get a squeal. So just make sure this stuff bends back real easy. Just make sure to take some pliers, bend that back to how it's supposed to be. See, flat like the rest of it. Focus camera. There you go. So that's it. I'll show you taking it off here in a second. Okay, so here we are, just taking this off now. Just gonna push through. Kind of make note of how, see, there's these little cutouts in the back. So you got the 2 at the top and the 1 at the bottom. Just make sure when you put it back together. So this is our new one. We're looking at it, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, because I think you can flip it the other way and have 1 at the top and 2 at the bottom, and then your wheel speed sensor will not fit in. So just keep that in mind, so we know this one's going to go in this way. Also, don't forget your dust shield, because I've done that too, where put everything back together, and the dust shield is laying on the ground. So that's it. Putting it back together, pretty simple if you got it all the way off. And thanks for watching.